it is an interesting business. And again, I tend to stumble upon these things. I have no knowledge of advertising other than being an actor in commercials. So I go into meetings with how I feel something should be done, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. But seeing that I have no preconceived idea of how to do things, I get frustrated once in a while because people don't take the chances. The same people, whether they're the advertising agencies or the clients, they love the commercials from Europe or whatever, but they won't have the courage to do them here. I mean, we can be just as funny and just as outrageous as anybody. But, well, we've got to worry about selling that tomato, so let's not have any fun with it. Just point at it and say tomato. So it's fun. It's a part of it that I'm getting involved in more of the presentation, of the writing, and as they say in the business, a pitch. So we will sit and try to, of course, sell my services as a writer and as an actor and a short order cook, combined in one.
So what are some of the secrets, the hitches of writing that successful commercial?
Well, I do things a little differently. Most of the things I do are comic commercials. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do is I want to make sure, after doing so many stage shows, that you have an out. That you say, okay, we're going to do this. This is the funny bit. This is the shtick. This is the bit. Now, I know the bit. I know this will work. This is going to be the end of the commercial. Let's now write the beginning. Instead of starting at the front and going to the back, and then you go, oh, how are we going to get out of this sketch? Now, get the ending, have the hit, and then you just go, actually, the reverse of it. It seems to work.
What about your time with the Beachcombers? How did your character originate? How did that all come together?
Well, to be honest with you, they needed another policeman. There was another, Terry Kelly, who's a fine actor from Vancouver. He was playing one of the policemen, and they needed another. There was a particular time, I think either he had to be away or they needed someone to drive the car. And I got the job because I was a 42 tall, and the police suits were very difficult to get in that time. If I would have been a 38 medium, I would have probably still be selling real estate somewhere, and making a lot more money. Yeah, that's basically it. I've got the uniform. I didn't have any lines. I fit the uniform. I was supposed to just drive away, but I got the props person to get me a root beer popsicle. So as Terry was delivering his lines, I cracked open the popsicle and gave him one, and I had one, and they thought that was fabulous TV, and it started a whole career.
From there?
From there, it's just been
history.
Right there, yeah. I'm still there opening popsicle.
What has your time with the Beachcombers given you when you look back?
Just about a mortgage paid off. It's interesting when when you first start something, you don't know where it's going to take you, or when you're young in the business, you think of other things. But I think I've grown to appreciate the show more in the last couple of years, only because I have now a young family, and there's not much television that you can sit with your kids and not get embarrassed about. So that has been nice.
Mm-hmm. You were saying in the States you're being typecasted, but in Canada, is it difficult to break out of the funny role? I mean, now that they see you as the bumbling detective, mm-hmm. the guy slamming the car door in his hand, are you getting offered those same types of roles?
Oh yeah, I get offered some straight roles too. I tend to do that in the theater too, serious roles, but seriously, unless they're really well written, they're really boring. I mean, it's like if you watch The Rain Man and Dustin Hoffman, everyone said, Dustin Hoffman, what a fine actor, that was wonderful. No, the hard part was Tom Cruise's part, the straight part. Oh, a character, an actor, if you have a character, you can latch on to something. It's easy. It's easy being that something. That gives you something. When you're playing the beige, when you're playing the other guy, what do you have? You've got to find something.
So what do you do?
Well, you try to give them another layer. You try to give them another level. You look for something that you can hook on and hope you can find it. I mean, those are really difficult parts. The support that way.